I want to move on to market demand for AAV vectors. And Curran, I want to ask this of you because we're always talking about market demand and how, these therapies are going to be commercialized sooner than we can produce the vectors needed for them. So what would you say are the key factors driving the AAV virus manufacturing market?
I think the way we look at it when we start on, let's say, new indications, looking at our portfolio, the ones that really drive the capacity in the industry are the ones that are administered systemically. So when I look at our portfolio, the ocular programs are interesting because there could be at any time 100,000 eligible patients out there for a gene therapy. And so even though you look at it simply and say, well, it's ocular, it's a very low dose, that shouldn't take a lot of capacity, then you have to include the patient number with that. And it does become much more significant in terms of capacity allocation. But really the systemic Duchenne type of programs are the ones that have driven us, for example, to build a 2,000 liter facility from a capacity standpoint, because when you look at the addressable market and you look at the number of products that are being developed, in order to meet that market, you will need to operate at least at 500 liter scale and maybe 2K, depending on your upstream yields. So we put a lot of emphasis on cell line development and on establishing as high as an upstream yield as possible, but many times the timeline can get ahead of you in the clinic, and then you have to go with what you have. And that's where having the scalability is really important.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. The scalability is a big part of it. I'm sorry, did I interrupt you? Were you going to say something?
I was just going to say, when I look at capacity across the contract manufacturing world, it's gone in and out of not being enough capacity to extra capacity as people were built out. You can build out manufacturing in 2 to 3 years now, where it used to take 7. And so in some ways, the CMO market has caught up with gene therapy, though, and that capacity is available to those that need it. So I think that that's helped quite a bit.